Welcome to the series of videos called ERP II Benefits Realisation. My name's Andrew Norton and I'll be exploring some of the key issues facing organisations looking to implement an ERP II system. The insights revealed in this series of videos draws upon findings from a number of published sources. Firstly, this book entitled ERP II Implementation Delivering Benefits Realisation, and secondly, peer-reviewed journals and conference papers. This session is called The Challenges of Addressing Critical Success Factors. The first question we need to ask is, what are critical success factors? Well, these are the individual factors deemed to be critical to implementation success. Issue 1 relates to the fact that they have a cause and effect relationship. These are based on known causal mechanisms identified by a clear cause and effect relationship by an action taken, whereby the presence or absence of a variable leads to a successful outcome. The benefits of learning from successful implementations makes this an invaluable tool in information system research. Issue 2 relates to the fact that they help achieve the goal of the implementation. In terms of delivering success, this stems from ensuring senior management give them the necessary attention. Issue 3 relates to the fact that they provide a definition of success. Factor 1 is the quality of the vendor. Factor 2 is the quality of the system. Factor 3 is the quality of the information. Factor 4 is productivity improvement. Factor 5 is work group improvement. And Factor 6 is organisational improvement. The second question we need to ask is, how can they contribute toward success? Issue 1 relates to the fact that critical success factors are ranked. In fact, there are over 40 ranked ERP critical success factors. Issue 2 relates to the fact that critical success factors are actually genres encompassing many specific issues. Here is an evaluation of 10 of the highest ranked ERP critical success factors. Top management support encompasses having a high-level business side sponsor, having a top-down management philosophy, and the type of support required from top management. Clear goals and objectives encompasses incorporating the ERP implementation into a wider, shared and clear vision, having clarity at the chartering phase, and deciding on the initial approach. Business process re-engineering encompasses beginning by undertaking a cost-benefit analysis, successfully replacing old legacy databases, establishing a knowledge formulation phase, knowledge management during the implementation. Project management encompasses the establishment of an implementation strategy, the use of a time box philosophy, established a road map of tasks. Project team competence encompasses the selection of the project team leader, the formulation of a great implementation team, and achieving a balanced team. Interdepartmental communication and cooperation encompasses the establishment of a communications plan, having open and honest communications, preparing an inter-organisational plan. Change management encompasses developing a culture of accepting change, ensuring information needs are addressed, and instilling a common sense of urgency. Training and job redesign encompasses training the end user about the concept of ERP, user participation in the training process, and restructuring personnel post-implementation. Careful package selection encompasses minimal customization as possible, informed buying of the vendor package by the client, and the expertise of the vendor. Vendor support encompasses a harmonious relationship, their expertise, and upgrading the level of training support. The third question we need to ask is, do critical success factors change over time? Issue 1 relates to a recent comparison which shows that they do. One review was undertaken in 2001 and another in 2007. Here, significant changes in rankings can be seen. Issue 2 relates to this changing nature of critical success factors. It is clear that ERP critical success factors change over time. It's been shown that redundant critical success factors disappear, and these are replaced by newly identified, more effective critical success factors. Of the critical success factors which have disappeared, most are related to eroding supplier influence. Of the newly appearing critical success factors, most are client-driven critical success factors. It appears that the ERP market is rapidly changing, with supplier organisations modifying their software solutions to meet the requirements of the current market demands, which are driven by their clients' needs. Issue 3 relates to the implications for ERP II critical success factors. Issue 3 relates to the implications for ERP II critical success factors. There are significant changes occurring within the ERP market, and the critical success factors required for ERP implementations in customer-facing organisations are changing. However, there are significant differences in the way that traditional ERP and CRM implementations are managed. This table highlights the highest ranking ERP and CRM critical success factors, and as we can see, there is only one common to both: top management support. The philosophical approaches differ for these types of implementation systems. ERP implementations are managed projects. Usually a project team is allocated with a clear start and finish point. CRM implementations adopt a different approach where cultural change is the most important issue on the agenda. However, ERP2 implementations bridge the gap between ERP and CRM systems. Thank you. The next session is the implementation lifecycle and resource-based investments.